can't believe I lost the bet. Hey, Shady. You better start reacting, boy. Aw, shit. Just start the video. Well, since I've lost, I've had to react to it.
Scott created a game franchise, a series of horror games.
Eventually, Scott retired from that.
It was the surprising jump scares or that eerie atmosphere that made the games as popular as they are today. It's the story. They have the type of story that I find really interesting and really exciting. The type where something is going on, but there is a big mystery and a huge storyline under the carpet. Thus, I created Five Nights at Wario's. If you have played the games, the story will be easy to follow. But to everyone, I advise to pay attention, as it can get confusing if you don't. This is the full story of Five Nights at Wario's.
I can't believe it. I'm having to react to this.
Rosalina, Queen of the Cosmos.
Well, I probably should have kept my mouth shut.
But this is not the only universe in existence. Universes exist in an infinite amount, all coexisting in perfect balance. Thus, the Mushroom Kingdom exists in many variations, similar yet different, in parallel universes. In one of these many universes, however, something was about to go very wrong. In this reality, Wario and Waluigi had recently opened up their own cafe, known simply as Wario's.
Wow.
They had a small budget, so the cafe was pretty small, but everything was going the right way. Wario set night guard during the first week, but luckily no intruders came along. It did not take long before the amount of customers grew rapidly due to a special hamburger recipe Wario and Waluigi used, and the two of them grew fairly rich.
Okay.
A couple of years passed, and they eventually decided to close off Wario's cafe, and instead use all of the money to build Wario's dream, a massive fast food factory. They built it in a very old area, where the remains of some really old buildings still could be seen.
Wow.
The factory was built on top of these ruins, as no one was using the spot anyway. However, they quickly figured out that it was too much work for both of them, running a big factory all by themselves, so they hired Mario and Luigi, and even the princess came by now and then to check on how things were going, before she eventually started to work there herself from time to time. Still, Wario realized that it slowly went corrupt. The factory didn't get nearly as much income as he had thought. Then one evening, as he was about to close off the factory for the day, he saw something old sticking out of the dirt just outside the front door.
Yeah, that's a book. It's a book.
It was a book. An ancient book from the 14th century.
It was a witch's book.
It was a witch's book, a demonic ritual book. Turns out the factory had been built on top of the remains of the cabins of an ancient witch coven. Wario, willing to do anything for money at that point in order to save his factory, decided to read the book and also go through with one of the rituals. In the end, the factory got cursed. He sold his and his co-workers' souls to demonic forces in exchange for riches. The effect was their souls were doomed to become cursed with grief, anger, and confusion. Only after death eventually comes. Wario, not telling anyone else about his actions, instead told the others that they had gotten a great income on their fast food production lately.
Wow.
The others were filled with joy. Until one day, someone broke into the factory and hoped to steal the secret hamburger recipe. His name was Bruno Gate. Hiding in the basement, he panicked as he heard footsteps in the stairs. He used his chance and killed off the 5 workers, one by one, slicing their throats, stabbing their chests. Luigi got hung by his neck. Mario got his head chopped off. Wario fell last. His black dress got blood splatters on it, and his black hat on top fell off as Wario hit the ground. The thief managed to get away in panic without finding any recipe. It was here that the souls of the 5 workers fell victim to the demonic curse. Instead of going to a heavenly paradise for rest, the souls